Per usual, everything on the show is for educational purposes only and is not intended as financial advice. It's Setup Sunday. Let's get it out the door a little early today. Got a lot of setups, most of them legacy. Crypto, not really anything going on. Certainly not with BTC and ETH. Flows last week for both BTC and ETH were negative on the ETF front. And kind of just feels like we're in for some tax loss harvesting here for the next couple days. We've got BTC in no man's land on all time frames. We've got failed 4-hour breakouts. This is bearish until proven otherwise. Anything above 93 and maybe you shoot your shot, but do you do that on Christmas Day? Like, read the room a little bit with the holidays and maybe come back on Jan 5 and see if there's any meat on the bone. But right now, not really seeing anything to do. ETH kind of threatening a head and shoulders here. So anything below 2,700 would be a no bueno, as the kids say, which would be bad for ETH BTC as well. And it's already in bearish territory. It tried to bounce on a falling wedge, did not, and it's stuck in ascending triangle hell for multiple years here. If we look at MSTR, it's more the same. Yes, there's a div. Is there a trade to be taken here based on the div? That's up to you. This is like a C setup to me. If we want to see a B or an A setup going into 2026, it's 3350 MetaPlanet. This thing has just absolutely tanked, and I don't care about the MNAV or what they're doing, getting listed, blah, blah, blah options. I just don't care. All I care about is the TA, and the TA is telling me, hey, there might be an inverted head and shoulders forming here with a bullish edge-to-edge move into the cloud. I don't hate nibbles on this. I don't hate anything on this. And compared to this, what is this? This is like free-floating garbage, right? Like, there's just nothing here yet other than a div, and whenever anything looks like this, you could say, all right, well, I'm going to go long, stop loss at new lows, call it a day. Fine. But we have not seen anything here yet. Nothing. Whereas at least here, you're trying to bottom. You're trying to bounce. You're putting in the work over multiple months and you're setting up for something after a huge drawdown. So my preference here is MetaPlanet over MSTR. And if you have to pick something, compare this to ETH, right? Where is ETH on this journey? It's like here, 240 equivalent. This is XMR. There's headline risk, there's delisting risk, there's regulatory risk. There are risks for XMR that are not present for most coins because XMR works for privacy. So you got to keep that in mind. If this government or the next wants to come after XMR, they will and can. But for now, this is a multi-year ascending triangle breakout on the weekly. So I like adding, buying, nibbling. I like everything here on this. It looks nothing like anything else, good, bad, or otherwise. This is certainly the one crypto trade I'm taking right now. And as far as the legacy stuff, it's the rest of the video because again, not much going on in crypto land. Some of the high flyers have retraced enough where they have formed a bit of a falling wedge. I'm just going to talk about the leaders, mainly IREN and Oklo, if I can get to it. These both have a pretty good case for a falling wedge. I think it's probably a little early on Oklo, but if IREN can get a higher high, I like nibbles. I like nibbles at 50. There's probably a volume shelf at 50. Just because this is so deep at this point, the target is absurd, right? Does it get to 126? I don't know. Does Monero get to 4,000? I don't know, but it's a 10 bagger if it does, and I want to make sure I at least have something. So I'd keep an eye on IREN and Oklo as well as Wolf. Now this doesn't look like it's going to survive as an inverted head and shoulders, but hell, it might. Set some alerts, come back to it at 15, see what you got. Right now it's nothing, but I like it at 15, and Oklo, same deal with IREN, maybe 95, whatever. And if somebody calls out this edge to edge, like that is not why I'm here. I'm not here for a move from 93 to 120. I'm here for a move from 93 or 109 or 125 to some ridiculous number, right? Like this is skewed risk reward based on the move lower, based on the drawdown. Is this even possible? I have no idea. It doesn't even matter. I'm just measuring high to low, projecting higher. That's it. So yeah, it's probably worth setting some alerts and just keeping an eye on it. Figs and Rivian have done really, really well. I still like Zoom here. If I'm throwing money at anything, again, it's not crypto. Probably not throwing any more money at Figs in the moment. High time frames still look good. And I like to track this every week because I always get people asking me in the chop, like, oh, should I close? Should I close? Like, you can do whatever you want, but you do not close a breakout, a fresh breakout, after a multi-year consolidation. That's just not how this works. Give it some time. Give it another 6 months. Get into long-term cap gains. You know, like see what happens. This looks totally fine right now and continues to just chug along. On the daily, it does have a Williams fractal at 1138. So below that, I'm cutting half of my position. Currently, it's up over 100%. But until then, there's nothing to do. And probably more importantly, there is an add condition up here on the Williams fractals. Anything above 1217 or something like that. So this still looks fine. And again, looks nothing like crypto whatsoever. Peloton, a bit of a stinker. It's got an inverted head and shoulders here as well. I like it above 9, 10, something like that. Way early on this, but it just feels like a lot of the COVID darlings have retraced and consolidated for so long now that they're coming back into vogue. You know, it's like bell-bottom pants. They're coming back. Roku looks great on the weekly, looks great on the daily. It had a little bit of a head and shoulders risk, and it fought that off. I still think this is plenty early to take the trade, personally. Not financial advice. Still looks great to me. Zoom, I keep adding on this, adding. This chart looks just stupid good to me. Multiple years just flatlining, and you just know there are so many people who sadly have to use Zoom every day for everything. And that's the argument here. It's got technicals and people are still using the software. So I really, really like this for a pretty explosive breakout. If this can get above 90, 95, something like that. This one, someone pointed out today. I have no idea what this is. DOCN, Digital Ocean Holdings. Also multi-year consolidation at a breakout level. I don't hate it. And again, this keeps you out of crypto. Here's another breakout potential fact set. Huge move down on earnings, edge to edge there. Pending, looks way better than anything crypto. Just does. You know, it had its move down and went sideways for months. Let Bitcoin go sideways for months. Of all of the Mag 7, and you know this is strictly based on TA if you know anything about me and Elon, this is Tesla. It looks amazing. Giant cup and handle. The entire year, it's formed this cup and handle. And it's breaking out again. So similar to Roku, you know, it's like, if not now, then when? I don't know. You could have nibbled down here below 450. I like ads anywhere here. I like ads at the neckline or the horizontal. I like ads below that. It looks great. It looks really, really good relative to the rest of the market. And then there's, of course, Rivian. So the sectors that are like, air quotes, hot right now, I guess, autos a little bit, airlines a little bit, and then biotech a little bit. Rivian is a weekly breakout for the first time ever since inception, since IPO. It is a multi-year breakout after consolidating. And they could do anything at this point. I don't really care. It doesn't matter. The TA is there. Is it going to get to 40, 50, 60, 70? I don't know. That's what I was talking about back here for months. This is why you watch this stuff and you hunt it. This is prey. You are the predator. And it's no surprise that this thing broke out. You know, FinTwit seems very surprised, but this is a fresh Kumo twist as well on the weekly. Looks very, very good. So I still like Rivian here. And then Porsche is also trying to hint at a reversal here after multiple years. This is an ADR. I know some people were complaining it's like a $50 fee on Fidelity to settle this, so be careful with that. Stellantis Chrysler also starting to break out after a multi-year drawdown. So for whatever reason, autos, maybe it's like a commodities thing. I have no idea. Autos starting to do well. And then here's a bit of a flashbang just to get to the point of super flu variants. And if one of these biotech companies comes out with some sort of vaccine or treatment for the super flu, or if the super flu is extra contagious and virulent and kills a lot of people, this is like subclade K of something, flu B, yeah, whatever. If one of these companies comes out with something, you know, that's going to help them. If you're looking for a catalyst, like why would Moderna turn around here? I don't know, but it's setting up after a multi-month, multi-year drawdown, and it's breaking out. Again, another COVID darling. Anytime you see this, 50% retracement is Dow theory. And that would be 61. That's a 2x. Sure. Right? Who cares? Infinity is the target right now. What does it mean? What does it even matter? This looks very good for a potential push higher. Pfizer probably a little early. I know some people probably would never touch this for COVID reasons, but also a little bit of an inverted head and shoulders there. BNTX also not too pretty, but has been in the dumpster for multiple years, just consolidating. I like that above 105. So I'm sure there's more biotech stuff, but of the few that I scanned, those couple looked like they were setting up for something. And then maybe you don't like any of that and you're like, okay, just sit in gold. Like, that's fine. Gold is at basically an all-time high. It looks fine. You know, like, again, why mess around with crypto here, which is the problem. If gold looks like this, if silver looks like this, now I don't like entries up here to be clear, but this is pulling people away from crypto. This is pulling people away from meme coins and miners and all that other stuff. If silver looks like this, like, why bother, right? This looks great. Looks great for more. Another commod ETF that people have been watching for a while, REMX, Rare Earth ETF, also setting up here, similar to Wolf, kind of just waiting for a little push higher. And I really like these setups because it's after a massive move that it's consolidating and you're getting your bullish TK regrows price of cloud. You can set your breakout alerts at like 75 or something. Sure, right? Why not? I mean, commods are very hot right now. Here's platinum and palladium. Did you close this too early like me? I certainly did. You know, this thing has gone from 10 to 16. It's done very, very well. When I'll say it again, crypto not looking so hot. And as far as yields, I don't think this is where you want to be. Probably this. So this is the 3x 7 to 10 year ETF. It's setting up TA wise for something, but the problem is yields look like they're going to go higher on the long end. At least they're trying to. Huge inverted head and shoulders here on the 10 year. So I think it's worth setting some alerts just in case this breaks up. I think it's a little early, but I know people love their leveraged ETFs. And this is, again, it's a multi-year drawdown post-COVID, finally trying to recover. So there is a ton of stuff to do, and none of it is crypto. You know, maybe 3350, right? There's your trade for the week along with Monero. That's all I got for this one. Give me a like, dislike, comment, share, subscribe, and happy trading.